Hello everyone. So today we will gonna build a UiPath agent from scratch. Okay. So before starting how to build one, I'm assuming that you already know about agents, like what it is and what it does. For those who don't know, let me explain it a bit, and then we can proceed it to the demonstration of how to build an agent. Okay. So we are seeing the buzz around the tech world about the agents. Agents can do this stuff, that stuff with intelligent thinking and all that. So let's start with the basics. What's an agent? An agent is a smart assistant who can work on your behalf. Okay. You give it a goal and it figures out how to do it and actually gets it done. So instead of just giving you suggestions or a mere response, an agent will take care of your work. Now let's move on to build an agent in UiPath. So first of all, you will have to open this UiPath automation cloud and you will have to open Studio. Okay. Now let me click on this. Okay. So when you open Studio, you will get an interface like this. What you will have to do it, since we are building it from the scratch, and our agenda of, let me just open it. So I want to build an agent that I want to build a I want to build a recipe assistance. Okay. What is the role of this assistant? I will provide the recipes in a PDF file. What I want to achieve, I will ask my assistant to fetch me the recipe details from the PDF file which I provided. Okay. So in this demo, you will learn about context grounding. Okay. Now, what is context grounding? Context grounding is basically, let me explain you a bit. So context grounding is the process of making sure that an AI system understands and stays connected to a specific situation or any goal. Okay. Or the information that it is supposed to work with. Let me explain it in simpler terms so that you can be able to grasp it more clearly. Let's say you tell an AI, book a meeting with Ramesh. Okay. But which Ramesh? Okay. Which calendar to check? What time to schedule the meeting? If you will not give the proper input about this sort of questions, there are chances that your bot will or your agent will hallucinate. So if your agent doesn't know your calendar, your contacts, or your preferences, it might get wrong. Okay. Or it might give you incorrect or nothing output. Okay. So a context grounding is very much important. It means that you will give the AI the right background knowledge and the relevant data so that it understands what you are asking and correctly, and in the context it will give you the proper response. Okay. So we will see the context grounding feature in UiPath, how to use it. Also, we will integrate tool to interact with the agent. Means we will do some kind of action, okay, based on the output, based on the output which the agent has or which the LLM has generated. Okay. Now let's dive into it quickly. First of all, you'll have to open Studio and click on this particular option called agent. Okay. Click on it. Now, as soon as you click on it, this particular interface will open wherein it will ask you for the prompt, like what do you want your agent to do? Okay. And in the left hand side, you will find Explorer, Data Manager, Issues panel, okay, deployment configuration. So let's keep it in the Explorer a bit. In the right hand side, you will find the Properties panel, the Health Score panel, and the output. When you will run your bot, you will find the output here, and and this is the autopilot section. Okay. Now, if you want to rename this agent, you can rename it, right click on it and rename it. Like I will rename it with recipe assistant. Okay. Recipe assistant. Now you will have to tell your agent what do you want to do actually. Okay. Now what do you want to do? So write your query in a natural language like this. I want to build a recipe agent using my own knowledge base. The user will ask the recipe query, and based on the knowledge base provided, okay, give me the output with detailed information grounded in the content of the provided knowledge base. Do not generate information from on self. The output will be sent to the user via Slack. This is just a natural language query, so you can draft it according to your own self and hit on generate agent. Now, in the right hand side, you can choose models also. Now, you can import custom models also. You can import Anthropic models. You can import DeepSeek models. You can import any models of your choice based on the UiPath documentation. Okay. We have the functionality of temperature also. So we'll keep it as precise. So if you want to make it more creative, okay, so you can basically drag that particular cursor to one. Okay. Let's keep it to precise right now. And accordingly, if you have to generate more responses, so more tokens will be used. So let it be kept as 4096 only. Okay, and hit on generate. Now, when you click on generate agent, the autopilot will generate you the system prompt and the user prompt. Okay. So you can see that thank you for providing the description of the recipe agent you want to build. I understand you want to create an agent that uses a specific knowledge base to answer recipe queries and blah 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 blah. Here you can just read it. Now, in the designer panel, you will see there are sections called general, tools, context, and escalations. Okay. Now, in the general, you will have to pass the system prompt and the user prompt, which is basically generated by the autopilot. Now, if you see the system prompt, hit on review suggestions. When you click on review suggestions, it will generate a system prompt based on the input which you have provided. So just proofread it. You are a recipe assistant AI agent. Your primary function is to answer recipe queries based on the information provided in the designated knowledge base. Follow these guidelines. Only use information from the provided knowledge base to answer queries. Okay. If a query cannot be answered using the knowledge base, politely inform the user that the information is not available. Okay, fine. Provide detailed and accurate information in your responses, including ingredients, cooking methods, fine. Maintain a friendly and helpful tone, that's fine. If clarification is needed, ask the user for more specific information, okay, fine. Do not provide personal opinions, that's also fine. If multiple recipes match a query, briefly list them, fine. Remember, your responses will be sent to users via Slack. This is important, okay, that's also fine. So format your output accordingly. So I see the prompt appropriate. So I'll click on accept. Now, click on review suggestions in the user prompt section. So in the user prompts, basically, let's say you want to pass any query that is to be queried by any user. So user prompt will basically contains the argument which the user want to pass through the agent. Okay. Now recipe query, the argument is recipe query. Please search the knowledge base for information related to this recipe query. Provide a detailed response based solely on the information available. That is fine. Format your response for Slack using appropriate formatting for readability. I find this also as appropriate, so I'll hit on accept. Okay. Now in the left hand side, when you go to the data manager panel, you will see that recipe query is in red right now. So you will have to create a variable with the name recipe query. Recipe underscore query. Okay. The spelling should be as it is, and also give the description. Okay. The query which the user will ask from the agent. Okay. It will give, if you will not put the description, there are chances that your agent might hallucinate. So it's better to give the description. Okay. Now you see the color has been changed to green. That means you have created the argument, input argument. Okay. Now, and you see the output, there is one output argument, which is basically the output content, which will be generated from the LLMs. Okay. Which is used in our case. So if you see, I have created these arguments manually, but let's say if you haven't created it manually, and let me delete it, okay, and hit on review suggestions, you see it automatically generates the query, the argument, as well as the description of that particular argument. I'll hit on accept suggestions. Okay. Now, in the tool, you will have to add by yourself. Like you want to pass the output via Slack, okay, to any user. So what you will have to do is you will have to add the tool, click on add tool, go to activities. Okay, now in the agents, if you have built any sort of existing agents, it's in your automation cloud, it will be shown here. If you have built any sort of RP automations, it will be shown here. Right now, I don't have, that's why these two are blanks. In the activities, basically, you can choose any of the activities that is mentioned here right now. In the future, the UiPath might add some of the other third party vendors. Okay, so let me go with the Slack one. I'll hit on Slack and let me choose send message to a channel. I want to send the output of the LLMs to a channel. Let me choose it. Okay. And now when you select on this particular activity, send message to channel, you will have to build a connection. Okay. Now I have already done this. So if let's say if you haven't done this, you will have to click on connection. Okay. Choose the folder in which your automation is residing. I'll choose shared. I'll I'll not change any of this type. So let me choose the same one, the default one, and I'll hit on connect. Okay. I will allow, and the connection has been already created. See, now if you see on the right hand side, it's update is in progress. Okay. Now, make sure that you have the Slack by yourself already created. Now let me open the Slack. My Slack. So I want, okay, so you see, this is already established. Sure. Okay. I want to send the message in this particular channel, all team Ashwa. Okay. Copy name. You see it come automatically. So the formatted text of the message, you need not have to do anything. It already gets pre-populated. Okay. Now, you will have to add the context. Remember, you said that you are gonna provide the knowledge base. So this is the knowledge base. This is the Thai recipes knowledge base. It's present in the internet. You can just see it. This is the knowledge base that I have right now. So what you want to do is you will have to first upload this particular PDF to your automation cloud. Now, how can you do it? Remember when we have asked in our system prompt to add the knowledge base? So click on add context. So since I have already added the context, let's say if you haven't done it, you just have to click on create new, and it will redirect you to the indexes page on the automation cloud. Now, what is index? So in the context of grounding LLMs, index is basically a catalog, you can say, or a structured map, you can say. Basically, what it does is it will help your agent find the right information when it is needed. Okay. Let's say if you will not create index, it's just like that you are searching for a needle in a haystack. A bit difficult, right? But with the indexing, it will become much more easier to find the relevant content which your bot is basically, or which the user is basically wanting to gain from. Okay. So just provide the index name. Let me provide it as Thai recipe 2. Give the description if you want. Okay. And where have you stored it? I have stored it in the storage bucket. Okay. In the shared folder. I have named it as 4CG. Now, if you are confused in this storage bucket, let me open it for you. Storage bucket. Go to orchestrator. Go to your folder, shared folder. Since in my case, there is the folder shared, I'm working on the shared folder. Click on storage bucket. If you haven't created it, add a new storage bucket here. Let's say for context grounding. Okay. Give the description you want, the label you want. I will not give anything. I'll just hit on add for context grounding. Okay. And upload the PDF file which I have shown it to you. Okay. Hit on open. It's the same PDF file. Okay, so since I have already used it, so that's why there was the warning message. So it is uploaded in this particular bucket named for context grounding. Now come back to the indexes page and just refresh a bit. Let me just close this one. Connector, storage bucket, shared for context grounding. You see, it came. File type. If you wanna search it for a specific file type, you can choose one. I'll go with all. Okay. And in the ingestion, if you wanna have multiple documents with text, images, tables, graphs, you can choose the advanced one. Obviously, it will cost you the licensing units. I'll go with the basic one. Okay, it's free of charge. I'll hit on save. So it is in progress right now. Hit on refresh. It's successful. Okay, so I have added the index Thai recipe 2. Come here, click on add index. You see Thai recipe 2 has been auto-populated here. Just click on it. Okay. Now the context has been added. How many number of results you want? One, two, three. By default, it's three. So let's keep it three. And the relevance score threshold, by default, let's keep it 0. Okay. How do you want to search? Like by semantic means or structured? Semantic means it will basically search through the wordings, the meaning of the wordings. Structured means if you have a table and if you want to search through a table, like sort of Excel file or something, you can go with the structure. But since I have a PDF file, and that too, I'm not pretty sure it's true PDF or what. Let me just see it. It's a true PDF. So I'll go with the semantic one. Okay. So understand the context of my query and then give the response back to the agent. Okay. Now what you have to do is, so let's see it. I have given the system prompt. I have given the user prompt. I have configured the tool. Okay, I have configured the context. Now, the last part is escalation. Escalation means if you are not pretty sure about the action that is to be done by the agent, you can put an escalation to it. Escalation means human in the loop. If you want to validate something, you can add a human in the loop. Like you can make use of the action center. But for now, we will not use escalation. We'll just see our agent, whether it's working or not. So test on cloud, click on test on cloud. Now it will ask you for the query. Let me search for this particular pad thai goon shot. Let me write it. Pad thai goon shot. Have I spelled it correctly? Cod. I want to know the details of this particular recipe. 7 test. So in the right hand side, you can see the output panel. It's running. Okay. It might take a moment to execute. Okay, the execution has been successful. And if you want to see the output, you can see output in the output panel as well. You see preparation time 15 minutes, cooking time 10 minutes, total time 25 minutes. These are the ingredients. You can cross check it. Okay, you can cross check it here. So total time 15 minutes, cooking is 10 minutes, total 25 minutes. You can cross check it. Now, let's see if it has sent in the Slack message or not. Uh, Okay. So somehow it has not sent it in the Slack. Let me check it. Why it hasn't. Okay. Remember your responses will be sent to user via Slack. So format your output accordingly. Send the output to the put to the Slack channel. I will just copy it, write it. Okay. So now let me choose social. Okay. Mhm. Let me try it again. Okay, so it is now successful. If you want to see the output shared. Okay, so the recipe for the pad thai has been successfully shared in the Slack channel. Okay, let me go to the Slack. You see, it has now sent it. So please make sure that you will pass the correct prompt, otherwise your agent will not perform as expected. So if you see previously, I haven't mentioned it explicitly. Uh, Previously, it was written just format your response for Slack using appropriate formatting. I haven't said to send the output to the Slack. That's why it was not sending. So, but if you see here, it has sent the pad thai goong sword details in the Slack channel. Okay, I hope it is clear now. Okay, thank you. Thank you so very much.